Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Amy, your independent Scentsy consultant with Happily Scented Life, and we are back today to discuss the Scent of the Seasons limited time offering collection. I finally got my order in of all the LTOs that came out throughout October and November. As a Scentsy consultant, sometimes it is hard to kind of keep up with all of the limited time offerings that Scentsy puts out in addition to catalog items. In October and early November, it was pretty much a limited time offer palooza. Every single week they had something coming out. So I have about, I don't know, 6 or 7 different collections here. Instead of throwing it all in one video, I'm just going to do its designated own video, and then I will have warm reviews up obviously as I get through these. But today we're going to be talking about the Scents of the Season collection, which is available on my website. You can order it as a 5-bar bundle in this plush velvet baggie for $25. If you only like 1 or 2, then you can only get them individually through Scentsy Club. So that's another perk of like breaking up collections. If there's only a few in here that are kind of like your scent preference, then you can throw them in your club and try them that way instead of having to, you know, be forced to buy the entire bundle. So it is early Monday morning on the 17th. It is like 5:30. There's a 2-hour delay today because we got our first snow in Maine. I woke up and there was like 3 inches of white stuff on the ground, and I'm like, what? It'll probably be all melted before the end of it. The ground is still even too soft to plow, so it's probably just gonna melt. But there's enough of a 2-hour delay, and if the kids have a 2-hour delay, that means the college probably has a 2-hour delay. So what's your girl gonna do this morning? We're gonna drink some coffee out of my reindeer mug, and we're gonna get through some wax. Got all my Christmas stuff up. I'll eventually show a warmer tour for that because I'm not done yet. But yeah, okay. So I do appreciate that Scentsy did put the tag of the scent notes on the bag, so I don't have to look that up for you guys. And what was kind of cool with the Scents of the Season this year is that instead of it being a mixed bag of new and returning scents, it is all new. So all 5 are brand new scents to Scentsy. So yeah, I'm excited to smell these because actually they sounded a lot better than the holiday collection. I'm hoping that they're not a big disappointment like the holiday collection was, but yes. So this is not my first time smelling them. When I got them in, I have been waiting so long for this package that I sniffed them already. And I already kind of posted a picture on my Facebook VIP group of what my favorites were out of all of the LTOs I smelled. So if you're not in the group, I highly suggest joining it because I do leak some things there first before YouTube and stuff like that. All right, so we're just gonna go in alphabetical order. So the first one on here is, Cabin Cuddles. And Casey here on YouTube, I think she just changed her channel to Her Scented Home. She suggested that I flip my camera horizontally, and that should fix the issue with the big black spaces. So let me know in the comment section if my face is filling your entire screen. I'm hoping that that changes things, but I'm gonna have to like figure out where to look at the camera and show things now, so bear with me. But yeah, so Cabin Cuddles. The scent notes on Cabin Cuddles are bergamot, fresh mountain air, and herbal lavender with white sandalwood. So I think it's going to be a manly scent from what I've heard people say. And it is definitely man leaning. This is the type of fragrance for me. The first 2 things that came to mind when I sniffed this bar was that it reminded me of an old holiday brick called Winter's Eve. I think it came in the same holiday brick season that we got maraschino sugar cookie and caramel chestnut and icicles and evergreen. I can't remember what the other one was, but it reminds me of that one. But then it also kind of reminds me of like a bougied up version of Blue Sage and Tonka. And if you guys have been watching my channel for a little bit, you know how much Blue Sage and Tonka just sucks in performance for me in my house. I know a lot of other people get great performance with it. It is a stunning fragrance on cold. I just can never get it to perform for me, so I kind of like gave up on it. But this has like I said, a more upscaled, bougier rah-rah version of Blue Sage and Tonka, but then you also have those manly components from Winter's Eve mixed in here with like the bergamot and stuff. I would say if you don't like bergamot that is masculine leaning, you're not going to enjoy Cabin Cuddles. This is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And it's really strong on cold, so I'm hoping that the performance on this bar is stronger than Winter's Eve and Blue Sage and Tonka, because both of those fragrances are beautiful on cold, but they were weak performers in my opinion. So that is Cabin Cuddles. Okay. Then next is Christmas Tree Farm. Like we need another Christmas tree scent. So Christmas Tree Farm is Fraser Fir, Icy Cool Air, Sparkling Bergamot, and White Moss. So this is kind of like a trend that I've been seeing them doing with tree. There's a lot of like moss and bergamot and flowers being like mixed in with the tree, and I think it all stems from excuse me, their rebranding to being like this more demure, you know, type of company. This is really nice, you guys. Now I do agree with a lot of people that this does kind of remind me of Around the Campfire. But it's like Around the Campfire and Very Snowy Spruce had a baby. And that's what Christmas Tree Farm is. I don't know what it would be that's making the fire, you know, the campfire note. I mean, it could be a combination of the Fraser Fir with the white moss and the bergamot, but it's a beautiful fragrance. But for me, I'm going to have a hard time deciding whether I like this or Very Snowy Spruce better, because I have done a mix before with Very Snowy Spruce and Around the Campfire, but I've also done Very Snowy Spruce with French Lavender, and that kind of has like an herbal note. So it's going to be very hard to decide. I feel like on cold, this is the same strength as Very Snowy Spruce, but it's basically having Very Snowy Spruce and Around the Campfire in one scent. So we'll definitely have to see how this performs. But I like it. I really like it because it's, you know, I really like Fraser Fir. I like Scentsy's Fraser Fir. But that is Christmas Tree Farm. Okay. Next is the Cranberry Christmas Cake. And they finally gave us a bakery. When I saw this at SFR, I was like, oh, please don't tell me that's a fruitcake smell. Like, why would you make fruitcake and wax? So it's not fruitcake. So Cranberry Christmas Cake is cranberry jam, ruby crystals, and creamy vanilla. What is ruby crystals? Like, anybody in the comment section, if you're into fragrance and stuff, what is ruby crystals? Like, how are you supposed to interpretate that, like, into wax? I don't know. So, you guys, this is my favorite of the whole 5. This is so nice. I get buttery yellow cake with, like, a cranberry, like, syrupy compote poured over it. It's decadent. It really is decadent. And the cranberry in here, it's a beautiful cranberry. It's a beautiful, sweet, jammy, compote cranberry. It kind of gives me like if Jam and Jubilee was straight up just cranberry and then you added bakery to it, then that's what Cranberry Christmas Cake is. I feel like this is going to be a really good performer. I feel like if you like red, white, berry pie, you would enjoy the Cranberry Christmas Cake because it's kind of like the Christmas version of that fragrance. But I was pleasantly surprised on how buttery cakey of a note I got on cold. So I'm hoping that that really comes out on warm. So that's Cranberry Christmas Cake. Okay, next. This is the one I was most excited for, and that's the Sugared Peppermint Flurries. So Sugar Peppermint Flurries is peppermint, sweet marshmallow, and sugar crystals. Now, since they kind of blew it with frosted marshmallow, because that is not a marshmallow scent. That is a cinnamon roll scent for sure. So I was like, okay, please, 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 please don't muff up another marshmallow. And they didn't. Oh my gosh. It's so good. So this kind of reminds me, like I get peppermint, but I also get buttermint. Like I get a billowy buttermint note with this too. And that must be coming from the marshmallow because it's very billowy and marshmallowy sweet. The peppermint and like the marshmallow and sugar, it definitely reminds me of the base of Peppermint Rush if you are familiar with that scent from Scentsy, but then just add a ton of sweet fluffy marshmallows to it. I'm really gonna have to decide if I like this one more than frosted vanilla. I already kicked out Peppermint Rush from my club, but I feel like I'm not that sad about it anymore because we do have this, and this is actually a really decent variation of it. So that is Sugared Peppermint Flurries. And then last but not least, we have Sweet Christmas Lily. So Sweet Christmas Lily is candied sugar, white lily, and pink amber. So you guys, if you don't like floral, I would stay away from this bar, because it is heavy on powdery lily and amber. Like the amber is so strong in here and makes it like a romantic, like perfumey scent. If anybody remembers pink tulips from Scentsy, this kind of reminds me of pink tulips, not a dupe or anything, but it reminds me of pink tulips, and this is like the softer winter version of pink tulips. It's not my favorite though. I don't know. It's very sharp, and I'm warming up to amber scents more. Well, obviously you'll have to see how it warms. But on cold, I could pass, but it is very pretty. So that is Sweet Christmas Lily. So out of the 5, I absolutely love these 4, and I put all 4 in my Winter Fog Club already. But I would have to say, I mean, this is a very good mix of scents. Like there is something here for everybody. You have the people that like vanilla and marshmallow and sugary based scents and minty scents. You have a bakery. You have a Christmas tree with some smoke. You have a manly scent, and then you have a female, you know, girly perfumey scent. So I feel like you have something for everybody. And overall, this is not a bad Scents of the Season collection. Warming reviews will be coming. My opinions will probably change. Who knows? But yeah, so let me know if you guys have gotten the Scents of the Seasons in. What were your first impressions? What have you loved on warm? What didn't perform for you on warm? Love to continue the conversation. Thanks for always liking, commenting, and subscribing. I appreciate all of the support. If you're new, please consider subscribing. If you're already subscribed, please hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on my next video. Bye guys.